think if you actually dig down and, dig a little bit deeper, a lot of people want it, and that's why their actions don't reflect their goals, because people's goals aren't actually their goals, they're the goals of others, or they're what they perceive they should be working towards. And I think sometimes if you've not got the discipline, if you've not got the sort of effort, and you've tried relentlessly to work towards something, sometimes the issue isn't you. Sometimes the issue lies within the goal and the thing that you're actually working towards. Some people genuinely do not want to have a six-pack or big muscles, and that's completely fine. But you've got to be honest with yourself and tell yourself what you actually want. Some people, it is, if you dig really deep inside them, it's literally just feeling comfortable in their clothes, being able to go home, have energy for the family, or have energy for the missus, and feel comfortable and confident around them, or when they go out, not feeling like all the light, or feeling like the missus is getting all the attention. They want to feel like, you know what, we're a good team. And I think sometimes people want to be a certain way, but they just don't have it deep down, and you need to dig a little bit deeper. So have a little sit down off the back of this and think to yourself, why am I wanting to go to the gym, or why am I wanting to eat healthy and perhaps lose some weight, or perhaps feel a certain way? Why do I want to do it? And be honest with yourself. Don't think, why does said person want to do it? Because you'll have probably heard things, and it's where my missus wants me to lose this amount of weight. And that desire, that want, isn't their want. It's what other people wants. And I can tell you now that the effort that you put in and the discipline that you have for someone else's goals will be far less than the discipline that you have for your own goals. So it's vital that before you start with any sort of plan, you actually start with, why are you doing this? Something that I sit down with all clients, and we always go, why are we doing what we do? And in fact, I actually had a conversation with a client yesterday, and he was like, I really want to amp things up and step on things, and I really want to, get absolutely shredded. And I was like, right, so let's reduce the alcohol on a weekend, because he was having a few pints on a weekend. Reduce the alcohol or switch him to spirits and mixes. And rather than on a weekend having breakfast, lunch and dinner sort of off track, or lunch and dinner off track, I said, just pick to have dinner off track. And he was like, yeah, but I like being able to have this, and I like being able to have a few pints on a weekend. And I said, so do you want to be peeled? Do you want to get in shape? And he went, yeah, well, I do. I said, but you want to get in shape but still be able to enjoy your social life. And I went, so are your expectations the ones of you, or are your expectations and goals the ones of what you perceive you should be? I said, because doing exactly what you're doing and continuing to make small amounts of progress and changes and building muscle, building strength, is doing that right now truly what your goal is? I said, because at the minute, you still want to be able to enjoy summer, even though it's pouring down outside. Do you still want to be able to do that? And he went, yeah, that's right, actually. And I think once you begin to really think, what do I want? You can then begin to match your efforts and match your actions according to those goals. So starting with why is so important when it comes to getting in shape or changing your whole lifestyle. Why do you want to do this? It's a constant reminder of, why am I waking up at 5 a.m, 6 a.m, whatever it is, to do this? And if you have that deep down, you don't need to keep on reminding yourself or changing the plan, because that why has come from what's actually inside you, rather than what other people have told you you need to do. So start with that, and then work into your plan. And that is the first thing you need to be doing. And you might be halfway through your fitness journey, you might be, whatever, but just sit down and think, why am I doing this? And once you really find out why you're doing it, that's when you begin to build some next level discipline, and your efforts become so much more profound, and you go to 100% with everything, because you truly have that reason why. That's it from me. Apologies for blabbering on, but I think that's really important when it comes to working towards your goals. And remember, so take care, and if you need anything, just drop me a message, Instagram, WhatsApp, on here. I'd be more than happy to help you. Take care. Bye bye.